Greetings and welcome to Nathan Lyle Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Lyle. This is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. And I just wanted to do a quick wrap up of my experiences at San Japan. This is the 15th time they've held it. It's only my second time going. And first of all, let me say, the food downtown is too expensive. Now, I walk downtown. I've always known downtown is too expensive, but I wanted to give you an illustration, an example. They gave me a cheeseburger. It was $10 for less ingredients than we have here. It was, a slab of beef, some cheese, lettuce, tomato, bun. This has two types of cheese, cheddar and provolone, along with the lettuce and tomato. And this is a sesame seed bun. And I got these ingredients at HEB. Now, the ingredients combined well over $20, but I did the math. See, first of all, one of these is beef, one of these is turkey. I combine these together. I take all the ingredients, like, okay, it takes this much for a box of this. It takes this much for a bag of this. Divide it by how much it takes to cook it. Divide that by how much is in the box. Put it together. There's also some sriracha mayo on here. Like, I don't know how to calculate, like, the price of a drop of mayo. So that one's not factored in. But you divide the total price by the individual ingredients, and you combine those individual ingredients into these. And these two delicious sandwiches, total, cost me less than $5. And yet $5 for an entire burger. No, $10 for an entire burger at the convention. Yet less than $5 for these two delicious homemade burgers that I get to eat fresh out the oven. I say oven. It's not really an oven. I baked the buns in the oven. I baked the burgers in an air fryer. That is good. Anyways, the point is, downtown is expensive. So my first tip for anyone going to a convention, pregame. So that's something I didn't do the first day. The first day I woke up, I had a bunch of things to take care of first, so I was out in the real world for a couple of hours before I could even get to the convention. And then I get to the convention, and I'm there for like 9 hours. Technically 7, but it's like a 45-minute walk to get there. So it's like a 9-hour day total just at the convention, not including the time I spent doing stuff before I could even go there. And you know what? They have water fountains. Perfect. There are signs everywhere saying you're not supposed to bring stuff in. I still saw people bringing their own stuff in. I don't know. I think security has more important things to be worried about. But anyways, that's the one thing that I just be prepared for the fact that especially if you're planning to have a long day. Because like my first day I was there more than half the day. And I did so many events. I saw an SCA fighting demonstration. They used long swords, sword and shield. I fought with the long sword. It was fun. Did a bunch of meetups for fandom stuff, Dragon Ball Z, Date Slime. And then there was a couple other things I went to, some panels, some game type stuff. Because like, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I don't remember much of. I do remember what I did on Saturday, because Saturday, like I said, I came home wiped out, exhausted, hungry, and money spent. And then, so I was like, okay, I'm going to stay here all day and just do a couple events at night. I ended up going in the afternoon, a little earlier than I planned, but I ended up, actually no, Saturday, I pretty much stuck to the schedule exactly as I planned it. Ended up mostly just doing like meetups and game show panels and stuff. And it was fun. It was interesting. And then Saturday, I showed up early. Because one of the things I did on Saturday, they had a speed friending event, which was I was skeptical. First of all, how many people are gonna come? Is it gonna be weird and awkward? But I think it's a good idea, and it needs to happen every year. It's literally just, hey, anyone who wants to, we sit here in chairs and we all just talk to each other about anime and fandoms and stuff. And it was fun. I met a lot of interesting people. I only had one awkward encounter, and the event quickly descended into chaos because it was a large room full of a lot of people who all trying to talk over each other. So the guy is making announcements on the microphone. No one can hear him. Pretty sure he's telling us to get up and move, but most people aren't moving. You can tell when someone made a connection or if they just happen to be sitting next to a friend already anyways, because then a lot of people just did not move until they all got up as a group and left the room. But the people, you could also tell if someone didn't like someone, because then it was like, okay, I'm going to get up and look for an open chair and someone to talk to. Or, once again, just give up and leave the room. I met some interesting people, exchanged some information. One person I'd met them the day before at the DBZ meetup. And then I happened to see them at another panel, and we just stayed and talked. We exchanged, we added each other on Discord. So hey, I have at least one good friend to talk to. We hadn't planned to meet up. They were said, oh, I'm interested in this one event. So I was like, that ended up being, I stayed home all morning Sunday, but then I was like, hey, maybe pop in here, see if I see my friend. They weren't there. They ended up not feeling well, didn't really do much this third day, but I still went, met some interesting people, some photo shoots, got to do some really cool panels. One of them we made a fan fiction. It was like, that was the whole panel. We sat there, just we got to say ideas and stuff, and a girl wrote a really bad fan fiction on purpose, and I need to look for that before I upload this. See if I can link you to that. And there was also, like, one of the last panel I went to was just a guy literally just saying, oh, these are the weirdest anime I've heard of, and most of them I've already seen, which makes me wonder about my own taste. Though there were a couple that hadn't even heard of. One of them is like an older one that I just straight up missed. One of them, like, came out in like 2022, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. I don't know how I've never heard of it. I guess like I said, it just slipped past me. But anyway, it was a fun day. Closing ceremonies wasn't the fanfare I expected to be, but it was fun. The biggest complaint I have is that the event was too big. There were so many things I wanted to do, no way to possibly do them all. So you kind of have to pick and choose. Thankfully, they had the guide with the schedule, and I was able to, it would even tell me, oh, when, like, it conflicts with the schedule. So, like, oh, this thing starts at 3:30, ends at 4, this thing's from 4 to 5. It's going to be hard for you to make both. So kind of planning ahead for that. And also figuring out, oh, well, this one is in this room, this one is that. I did underestimate one of the things, because there was one thing that, like, it ended at 3:30 and this thing starts at 5. But it didn't end at 3:30. It ran all the way till like 4, maybe. It ran all the way to like 4:30. And then this thing was supposed, and this room was not only on the other floor, but the exact opposite end of the thing. So I got there late. Thankfully, like, I was worried they'd lock the doors and not let us in. I was able to go in. But overall, fun experience. Met some interesting people. Like I said, the meet and greet. Like, there was one person, I gave her my information, she gave me hers. Like, we were added each other on social media. Or at least I tried to add her. It's like pending requests still on my things. That's what it's saying. So I don't know what's up with that. Another couple, there was a brother and sister who, they're still relatively new to the anime thing, but we had some fun conversations. Gave them my number. They haven't texted me back. I feel hurt, but I did meet at least one person who I have had contact with. Haven't talked to them today. They do live in San Antonio, so who knows? I might have a new friend that I can actually just talk to and hang out with. We will see. That is something that did surprise me. There's a ton of people from all over the world, obviously, but also, hey, I mean, I keep forgetting San Antonio is a big city. You can live here your whole life and still not meet a ton of people. I mean, the last that I knew, the population was 1.5 million. It might be above 2 by now. I don't know for sure. I don't actively follow the city's census. All I know is it's a big place with a lot of people. You know, you bump into a random person on the street, there's always a possibility you're never going to see that person again. So yeah, it's nice to meet people in the city that you know you have some shared interest in. And oh yeah, I did forget my new shirt. I don't know if you like this. I love it. It's like the last thing I bought. Sunday, I just took a quick stroll through Artist Alley. And I was not necessarily looking to purchase. I was just kind of like, let's see if they have anything worth purchasing. And a few things caught my eye. This was the only thing that I saw that I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. I want it. And I'm not going to tell you what it cost, but it is my biggest purchase. And I did have to ask for a bigger size because the one on display wasn't as big. I'm like, do you have this in my size? You do? Fuck! Now I have to buy it. I don't want to spend my money, but I'm gonna buy that. Give it to me. Shut up and take my money! I also bought a bunch of stickers. I think I showed that to you in another video. I also have some stuff on my Instagram if you want to see that. Nathan Lyle Official. A few pictures I took from around the venue, from some of the meetups and stuff. I forgot. I learned to sword fight. I mean, I didn't learn to sword fight. I learned to wield a broadsword. Was it a broadsword or a longsword? I think it might have been a longsword. Like, it wasn't a real sword. It was a practice one, but still, I learned some basic stances, some attacks, some deflections. I got to hit a dummy. I took a shot at archery. It is a lot harder than it looks. I wasn't expecting to be a champ, but you know, like I wasn't expecting to be perfect, but it is a little ego deflating when the person before you hits the target every time. It wasn't perfect then, but he hit it. Meanwhile, I took 3 shots. Not a single one landed. First one went way over. The second one, I didn't cock the arrow back far enough, so it ended up like falling short. Second one, I thought I had adjusted my aim, but it hit the exact same spot that I did the last time, way over the target. And I'm like, this is definitely much harder than it looks in the movies. Legolas is on God mode. But, yeah, I tried new things. I had new experiences. It was so much fun. I have no regrets. I do, hopefully, like I said, I don't know if I'm planning to ever do another convention again. Because it does cost money, and I am living on a budget. It costs money to get tickets, and then, you know, if you want to do some of the more fun stuff, there is stuff I didn't want to do, like some painting and dancing classes that I didn't take specifically because it cost money. There was stuff I didn't do just because the venue is so huge. They had like concerts and a rave and other meetups over, because the event officially takes place at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, but like half of their events happened at the Hyatt, and I made my way to the Hyatt on Friday, and there was just an enormous amount of people, and I just got nervous and left, and so I just decided, you know what, I'll stick to events just in the Henry B for this one. But next year, depending, because there are a couple of things that happened in the Hyatt that I really did want to do, and I regret that I didn't go, and I hate myself for letting the fear win. But live and learn. You know, I had a good experience. It is definitely overwhelming. It is not for the faint of heart. But overall, like I said, no regrets. I enjoyed my experience. I made some good memories. I got some good keepsakes to take home. And I spent too much money. I mean, look, I didn't break my budget, but still, like, I'm at a point in my life where I don't make so much money that I can afford to throw it away. So, like, even though I am capable of parting with my money, it still physically hurts to spend some of this money sometimes. Especially $10 on a cheeseburger. But whatever. Anyways, that's my experience. Yeah. And the next year's theme, should I reveal it? I mean, it's been revealed officially. Should I tell you, though? Do you deserve to know? The answer is no. If you want that, you don't deserve to know. But yeah, I had fun, and I achieved my main goal, which was, first of all, not only did I show up, I went to all 3 days. I tried new things. I met new people. Spent I didn't bankrupt myself spending money, but I did get some memorabilia so that I always have reminders of the event. Overall, like I said, am I necessarily looking forward to another convention? No. Does that mean I'll never do it again? No. Like right now, we'll see. Like next year when summer rolls around again, we'll see where my mind is at and where my bank account is at. But like I said, it's not completely off the table. Just I'm definitely wiped out. I'm probably not gonna do anything else for the rest of this year. I know San Antonio has some sort of like Halloween Comic Con type thing. I'm definitely not doing that, because then the worst part about that is that after Halloween we enter the busy season, because Halloween through Valentine's Day, just that river be packed. I and you know, I'm probably gonna need every day off for rest. So yeah, I'm taking the day. I did my laundry, got I got my groceries, and so I'm gonna rest the rest of the day and probably some of tomorrow too. And then life goes back to normal. And honestly, I think the two things that make me saddest, one, like I said, I wish I'd had a little more courage to go to the Hyatt, because there were a few specific things I would have liked to do. And most, but also number two, the saddest part is that it's over. Like I enjoyed it. It was a fun experience, and like there's definitely a moment of time where I found myself wishing like, couldn't this just be everyday life? Everyday life sucks sometimes. But this was a really fun experience. I greatly enjoyed it. And I'm grateful to myself for being brave enough to try it and for being smart enough to buy the tickets in advance, because if I hadn't bought the tickets back in July, I might not have gone this weekend. Because, and I think, honestly, I think some of it might have been like the anxiety that I felt towards going to this event, because this whole week I've been struggling through depression, and I have genuinely struggled to feel any happiness. And I think it's just a lot of the fear and anxieties about going to the event. Would I have any fun and stuff? And I was just like, there were days when I could not get myself, I didn't have the strength to get myself out of bed in the morning. And I just think that really is just all of the fear and anxiety just manifested to like a depressive state for a second. But turns out the entire cure was just going to the event. So yeah, this was a rough week. I did not have a lot of fun until Friday. The weekend, this is like the best Labor Day weekend I've ever had. I've never given a damn about Labor Day, but I'm honestly like, it's now my favorite holiday of the year, because Labor Day weekend is San Japan weekend. So honestly, like as of now, I'd say about 85% chance I go next year. We'll see. Like I said, I mean, I'll probably have to reevaluate in January. Like I said, where my mind is at and where my bank account is at. There's a lot still up in the air. I don't like making plans that far in advance, but we'll see what the future holds. All I know is this weekend was pretty damn great. It is sincerely one of the best experiences of my life. And anyone who wants to go to convention but isn't sure if it's right for them, bite the bullet. Just gather up the courage and go. Even if it's just for a day, even if it's just for one event, it is worth it. And I feel like my life is definitely better for having gone. So, yes, that's my experience. Anyone else have good experiences? I don't know if any of my fans have been there. Probably not. But if you're thinking about going. I understand if you're like, oh, it's in a whole nother state. I don't know if I want to plane tickets, airfare, all that shit. Because, like, I'm probably never going to go to San Diego Comic-Con ever. First of all, huge fucking event. That's too many people. I mean, hey, if my comic books end up getting famous 20 years from now and I get invited as a panelist, then fuck it, I might go. But until then, probably never gonna go there. That's too much money, too much effort, too many people. But this one is literally like, I mean, I was gonna say right next door. It's down the road. But yeah, I might at least go to a few more, if nothing else, some of the smaller ones, because I did love that Lunar New Year festival back in February. Free entry, all it took was a bus ride to get to Crossroads. NostalgiaCon, I think I enjoyed what little I did do. Maybe next year, like I said, ticket prices and stuff. There are some different Comic Cons and there's little things happening every month. I didn't realize that. Like convention life, there's like a whole lifestyle. I don't know if there's anyone crazy enough to go to every single one, but there's a lot of them. So there are some very niche ones that I don't really have an interest in, but there's also some very niche ones that I'm like, ooh, I should. I don't want to, but I should go to that. Anyways, I'm talking too long. This wasn't meant to be a Rants and Rambles, but I can see I've been talking for over 20 minutes. I did not intend for that to happen. But yeah, that's it for today. Just wanted y'all to know. I enjoyed the convention. I had fun. I wish I could have given you more footage of me doing stuff, but unfortunately, like I said, I was there alone, so when I was doing stuff, my hands were not free to record me doing stuff. Because I'd love to show you footage of me sucking at bow and arrow. But hey, I did pretty decent with the sword. It's a lot like boxing though, because you gotta be good with the hips. I got a strong punch. I'm not good with the leg work, and especially as I've gotten older, my hips have gotten stiff, and I'm just learning to move the hips with the swing. It's a thing. Anyways, fuck it. I'm gonna let y'all go, but HEB got some weird shit. I don't know if this is gonna taste good, but fuck it. I saw it and I'm like, we gotta try. It's a biscuits and gravy flavored potato chip. You know what? Fuck it. I got you here right now. Let's try this. I got some burgers. Let's see. Let's see what this bit's about. Now that I think about it, biscuit isn't that strong of a flavor. I mean, I wouldn't even know how to describe the flavor of a biscuit. What I'm getting from this is mostly like that savory sausage with a hint of gravy. It's basically like breakfast sausage flavored chips. I mean, like the gravy, there's enough gravy there you can tell, but not enough to overwhelm the sausage flavor. These mostly just taste like sausage flavored chips. And you know what? I love sausage. These are genuinely delicious. Anyways, I've been here too long. So you know what? I have my next video recorded already, and I already know the next 3 videos I'm going to make. It's just about having a day where I actually feel like doing them. Also, I have a new side project that I started, now that I'm feeling braver than I was when the weekend started. And that's gonna take some time out of my day, so, but, it's gonna take a while before you guys see it. It's something that I'll work on in my spare time when I can. But, yeah, anyways. Oh, yeah. I have decided I'm going to do the next chapter of Jack Taylor, Power Rating. I would like to do that because I want to. I'm grateful that those videos got a lot of views. That one in particular. So, for those of you who came here for that, I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to let you down. So, maybe that'll be like a monthly thing, just so that I don't feel like I'm forced to do it. So I have time between to work on other projects that I also want to do. But also, I don't think it's fair to you if you came here specifically because of that video, that you never get to know what happens next. So, I'm gonna do chapter 2 sometime this month. Try to make that okay, well, a once a month thing at least until that goes. And then, like I said, I have my next 3 videos planned out. It's just about taking the time to edit them, to film them, to edit them, which will probably happen on different days. Cause like today, like I said, today I'm just chilling. We got food. I got video games. There were 2 PLEs that happened in wrestling. I've got to watch those. And then, yeah. So tomorrow, if I have the time, I'm gonna try to get the video I already have recorded up on edited onto the here. I can't make the promise that it'll be here. I'm gonna try to do it because there are 2 other videos that need to happen this month that I know I'm not going to do if I don't get finished. But I don't want. There's a lot of footage. There's a lot of footage. I'm trying to do more intercutting other stuff into me talking, so it's not just 30 minutes of my face. But yeah, I've got aspects, and like honestly, this next video isn't gonna be as good as it could be. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? Fuck it. Go ahead and leave a comment. Or do you want me to just take my time doing that? Because it could be another 2 weeks if I want it to be the best that I'm capable of doing. Or do you just want, hey, it's passable, and at least it's out there, and that gives you room for the more stuff. So leave a comment down below. Because let's be honest, nothing I put on this channel is going to be Spielberg level. We all know that. Okay, so just leave a comment down below. Say anything, okay? And then until the next time you see my face in the video, whenever that happens to be. Could be tomorrow, probably not, let's be completely honest, but whatever. Just leave a comment. Leave a comment, blah, 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 like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And until the next time you see my face in the video, I hope you enjoy until the next time you see my face in the video, however long that happens to be, I hope you enjoy your day, week, month, year, whatever, however long it takes. Happy September.